Hi everybody, it's Pitt the Potter in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. And today we're going to finish our berry bowl. Yesterday we made a plate, and it's leather hard now, and we cut it off the wheel here at the bat right here, and here's the excess clay drying. This is ready to trim. So basically this form is done. It only needs a small trim. So we're going to just take this upside down, and I don't flip my plates, but I'll show you a real quick way of sort of finishing these guys up. It's not much to do it. This is actually off the wheel head right now. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and just clean this line up right here. Make a little glaze catcher situation right there. Come across the top of the pot and get it nice and smooth. This is real leather hard, buddy. But it's alright, it works. Clean up the top. And now what I do is I take a pen, one of my regular working pens here, and what I do is I put a defined line here, and another line here, and then a swirly line in the center. You see that? Those three little lines there, and just clean it up. And in between these lines, which makes it sort of look like there's a foot on this pot, is where I sign my name. And since this pot is leather hard, it's real easy to sign. And I use this little ciphering tool, and I write down where the pot's made and the country of origin. This is USA, and this was made 2010. Okay, so we've got this pot now. Whoops, this is a wet one. Need sort of a dry sponge just to get the little extra stuff off of here. And that's the finishing of the there's the finishing of the plate. And I've got to set this aside. Whoops, did I crack this puppy? No, just a little scratch here on the rim. Not a crack. Okay. We set this off, and then we'll come back and get the berry bowl, which is getting too dry. Okay, here we've got the berry bowl that we threw the other day. And let me see if I can pin trick this up. Uh-oh. Put a pin in the bottom. Pretty stiff. And then a pin in the side, so we'll know exactly how we're trimming this baby. And we'll turn this over here. And buddy George is here. Hey, George. I'm doing it. Hey, quiet. Quiet. Come here. Hey, be nice to George. Smell George.
Smell George. Now we're okay.
I'm taping right now, George. What I've done is no, it's all right. Sit down. What I've done is I've turned the Griffin grip around. My friend George is here from Indiana, Michigan, or wherever he's from, Kalamazoo or somewhere like that. And he sells airplanes. He's a nice guy. He comes into the shop a lot with his wife, who's not here right now. You got a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, have a seat. We're going to trim up this pot. All right, so what I'm doing now is we've got this on the Griffin grip. As you can see, I added the little feet. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim this pot out and get it ready to become a berry bowl. Taking some of the weight out of the sides here, and I'm going to do my little finishing situation here. This has to be like a footed bowl because you got to get the water to run out of the piece. So you got to have it footed a little bit. Okay. Just going to trim this foot down and make it sort of square. Take the pot down a little bit to match it. Clean this off. Now we have to cut a foot in the bottom of this pot real quick. So I'll take my little cutting tool here and just remember there's a pin in there so we don't have to be all that careful. Back and forth, left and right. I was actually in another trade many, many years ago, and I was in the paper hanging business. And a lot of my friends could only hang from right to left or left to right, as the case may be. So now we're taking this down and we're waiting to hit the pin down here at the very bottom. Getting a nice foot in this pot real quick. Haven't hit the pin yet, so I'm still safe here. Alrighty, now I come down on the edge here a little bit better. Alrighty, so we have a trimmed foot and a berry bowl. And the way we're going to make it into a berry bowl is we're going to have to put some holes in it.